Are you ready for one flight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Brittney Griner appeared to call Caitlin Clark trash and effing.
Brittney Griner voiced frustration in a recent interview, claiming that Caitlin Clark is ruining.
Brittney Griner elbowing Caitlin Clark in a crazy way and then calling her a trash white girl.
First things first is like there's a lot of AI detections in these things. Like you can't post anything like that on social media.
But we have heard nothing from the WNBA, absolutely nothing.
It just hit me. I was like, wait, that's not a woman. That's not a female. That's not even a trans person. That is a man. Like that's a legit biological man.
Something shocking just came to light, something that's making people look twice at Brittney Griner. Just minutes ago, fresh attention hit the internet as claims about her gender identity exploded, following the ongoing controversy surrounding Caitlin Clark. This isn't just another basketball story.
It wasn't until yesterday that I saw a video of her speak, and it just hit me. I was like, wait, that's not a woman. That's not a female. That's not even a trans person. That is a man. Like that's a legit biological man.
After a heated exchange that left fans divided and headlines blazing, Brittney Griner's explosive comments have triggered a storm no one saw coming. From race to rivalry and now, questions swirling about Griner's gender. This story has taken a wild turn.
Brittney Griner voiced frustration in a recent interview, claiming that Caitlin Clark is ruining what used to make the WNBA great. Wait for this.
Empty stands?
Tom, let me just...
Go ahead, I'm so mad.
WNBA games used to be a chill, quiet place. You could bring your laptop and relax, maybe even get a little work done. But now, it's like there's a large gathering of people watching us from the stands. Some of them are yelling crazy shit about what they're seeing, putting unfair pressure on us to score like we're there for their entertainment. And that's pretty gross.
When the spotlight was on Caitlin Clark reshaping women's basketball, the internet exploded with a resurfaced video that changes everything. A leaked clip, a flat chest, no surgical scars, and now, questions that can no longer be ignored. Was Brittney Griner secretly a man all along? Tonight, we break down the truth they've tried to bury. No rumors, no guessing, just the shocking evidence and why this story is bigger than just one player.
This video actually resurfaced. It's an Instagram story from, I believe it says 109 weeks ago. I can't see from here, but over 2 years ago, that this video was recorded and it was recently leaked on Twitter. So Kelly, if we can go ahead and play this video, please, and then we'll have a discussion.
By you, Brittney. Let me see something real quick. Brick, thank you. Get the fuck.
Damn.
Look at the chest.
Yo. Jab stepping. It's the brick. Swing and a miss.
Very clearly Brittney.
I ain't gonna fake it right now.
They called him/her by their name. And as you can clearly see here, his bare chest is completely exposed. Now, there's a couple of different things here. First things first is like there's a lot of AI detections in these things. Like you can't post anything like that on social media without it being detected.
Brittney Griner, already a controversial figure, has come under fire again after what many are calling a deliberate, racially charged attack on rising superstar Caitlin Clark. Caught on camera during a heated game, Griner appeared to mouth the words "trash white girl" as she walked off the court. But that's just the beginning. Caitlin Clark, the rookie phenomenon lighting up the WNBA, has been shoved, elbowed, and slurred all without a single act of retaliation. And yet the league offers her no protection, no investigation, no accountability.
Brittney Griner, who I can't stand, sad that she's a Baylor grad.
Yeah,
she called her a trash expletive white girl. That was the lip reading. Yes, trash white girl. Trash blanking white girl is what she says.
This wasn't just heat-of-the-moment trash talk. It was calculated, captured on camera, and laced with venom. If a white player had said effing black girl on national television, the career would have been over by sunrise. So ask yourself, why the double standard?
The WNBA has come out numerous times. There's no place for hate. There's no place for racism.
But it is completely possible that fucking white girl was about Caitlin Clark's popularity, about her stature, about her impact on the entire league.
Former athletes and top sports analysts didn't hold back. Skip Bayless called it out instantly. He made it clear that if the roles were reversed, the backlash would be swift and devastating. But when Caitlin Clark, arguably the face of the league right now, is racially insulted, the WNBA shrugs. And it's not the first time she's been targeted. Clark has taken elbows, body checks, and blind hits, all without dirty retaliation. She gets shoved on inbounds, mocked online, and attacked physically during games. Not because she's dirty, not because she's disrespectful, but because she's great and white. And those two things, it seems, are enough to put a target on her back.
Let's see an investigation into reverse racism that's going on across the league also.
She has been abused repeatedly. We have shown you videos, just getting elbowed, getting crushed, inbound passes where they ram into her, just absolutely abused, and there clearly is a racial element to it.
Griner's arrest made headlines. She was caught with either weed or a vape, no one seemed entirely sure. But that wasn't even the biggest twist. At the time, people were debating whether she deserved her punishment, with many defending her. But what was overlooked then is now taking center stage. Not the arrest, not the weed, but a question about her very identity.
He was defending Brittney Griner and saying that she should be released. And he was shocked that that was indeed the Brittney Griner, because it was definitely a man.
Some cried foul play, while others accused the league of racial favoritism, claiming Clark is being protected because she's white. The narrative intensified when Jemele Hill stepped in, boldly predicting that Angel Reese will become the Michael Jordan of the WNBA, placing her above Clark as the league's future icon.
And the next thing you know, DeMarcus like, oh my God, she's protected. Oh, it's all because she's white and all this other stuff. And then Angel Reese comes out and she's saying all these things. And then Jemele Hill comes out. Rob, I don't know if you have this clip or not. Jemele Hill comes out and says Angel Reese at the end of her career is going to end up being calls Angel Reese.
Even AI detection systems didn't flag the content. Why? Because as the commentators bluntly stated, the algorithm saw it as a male chest. If Brittney was truly female, the post would have been instantly removed or flagged. But it wasn't. It slid right past the system, and that raised an even bigger question. Was it because she isn't female at all?
First things first is like there's a lot of AI detections in these things. Like you can't post anything like that on social media without it being detected. And so, I mean, whatever AI detection, glanced over this thing, did not flag it. Like they clearly was like, okay, this is just a man with their chest exposed.
As if the verbal attack on Caitlin Clark wasn't already a scandal, a new wave of controversy is exploding online, and it's centered around Brittney Griner's true gender identity. This isn't some fringe theory whispered in dark forums. It's a wildfire spreading across mainstream platforms, driven by actual footage, fan outrage, and years of unresolved questions.
Flag you, Brittney. Let me see something real quick. Brick, thank you. Get the hell out of here, yo. Jab stepping, Mr. Brick. Swing and a miss. Oh! Yo, I ain't gonna fake it right now.
That this person is not a female. Firstly, because this was actually posted to Brittney's personal Instagram.
At the heart of it, a topless video clip posted by Griner herself on her own verified Instagram account, where her chest appears completely flat. No signs of surgery, no evidence of a double mastectomy. The video stayed online for over 100 weeks, untouched. Instagram uses AI and human review to flag nudity, so why wasn't it removed? The answer people are now considering is blunt. Maybe the algorithm saw Griner's chest as male.
that this person is not a female. Firstly, because this was actually posted to Brittney's personal Instagram. And when it comes to Instagram, they use a combination of like AI detection and plus manual surveyors, but specifically the AI detection to make sure that no explicit content ends up on the platform. So clearly whatever AI detection system was used when Brittney posted this and it stayed up for 106 weeks was not like, oh, this is a bare female chest, we have to take this down. It obviously assumed that Brittney was male. And
according to that post, Griner was never supposed to play in the WNBA, not as a woman, not as a trans athlete, but as a man raised under false documentation. If there's even a sliver of truth to that, then this isn't just personal, it's professional fraud. And still, the league says nothing. No denial, no investigation, just silence. Now fans are connecting the dots. Could this be why Brittney Griner is being protected so fiercely by the league? Could it be the reason Caitlin Clark is allowed to be elbowed, insulted, and shoved aside while the person doing it walks away without consequence?
Brittney is a weird case. He's a man, yes, that much is obvious, but not in the way that you think. He isn't trans. He's a straight cis male who was raised as a girl and given a girl's name by his parents. His mother is the insane one. She forced him to live as a female right up through high school, filled out all of his paperwork, including BC as female, and kept the charade going.
Because if Griner is competing with a biological advantage, that changes everything. Bone density, muscle mass, testosterone levels, those aren't opinions, they're science. And while Clark is out there playing fair, setting records and representing everything women's sports should stand for, she may be facing an opponent who never should have been on the court in the first place.
Brittney Griner comes out and says, I am so sick and tired of the WNBA. It used to be a peaceful, small little thing. Now there's crowds screaming, hollering. This is disruptive. It's not allowing us to play the game. Every time we play her, there's this commotion. Like this loud rumbling from the stands. Turns out it's people, thousands of them, just sitting there watching on purpose. It's very disruptive.
It wasn't until just recently that things took a shocking turn. A video of Brittney Griner speaking surfaced, and it stopped people in their tracks. The voice, the appearance, it didn't match what many expected. And for some, it sparked one overwhelming reaction. That's not a woman. That's a man. That exact moment hit hard. Viewers started replaying her interviews, watching old clips, even footage from when she was in the 8th grade. The voice wasn't soft or altered. It sounded just like any teenage boy would. The features, an Adam's apple, a deep, muscular voice, a size 17 shoe, all of it adding fuel to the fire.
He was defending Brittney Griner and saying that she should be released. And he was shocked that that was indeed the Brittney Griner because it was definitely a man. Okay, a man with an Adam's apple, deep, masculine voice, and there's just no, and a size 17 shoe. So I looked up another interview from when Brittney Griner was in 8th grade, and she sounded like any teenage boy would sound.
Meanwhile, Jemele Hill doubled down on her support for Angel Reese, claiming she'll be remembered as the Michael Jordan of the WNBA. But the conversation had already spiraled into something bigger, deeper. Race, privilege, identity, all wrapped up in what was supposed to be just a game.
Jemele Hill, Rob, if you can find this thing, she says Angel Reese will end up being Michael Jordan in the end of her career. All right, we'll find this. Yes, I just typed that up, asked the question. Yes, Jemele Hill has publicly expressed her belief in Angel Reese has the potential to become the Michael Jordan of WNBA in a recent statement Hill placed ahead of Caitlin Clark, suggesting that Reese could be viewed as the league's defining superstar like a Michael Jordan.
The tweet suggests that Brittney only made it into the WNBA by barely continuing the charade dressing masculine, dating women, and presenting as male outside of the game. No transition, no hormone therapy. Just a man living under a lie crafted by his mother, all to fit a narrative. If that's true, it completely flips the script. It's not just about gender identity, it's about manipulating an entire system, competing in women's sports under false pretenses, and being protected by silence.
Brittney Griner is a weird case. He's a man, yes, that much is obvious, but not the way you think. He isn't trans. He's straight.
A straight cis
Sorry,
male.
sorry, it's not a typical word. Sorry.
Yeah, made up words. It's okay.
He's a straight cis man who was raised as a girl and given a girl's name by his parents. His mother is the insane one. She forced him to live as a female right through high school, filled out all his paperwork, including BC as a female, kept the charade going. He played on a girls' sports teams because his paper said that he was a girl. He had to keep pretending in college to stay on the women's teams. He had to keep just barely pretending to stay in the WNBA now. But all other ways he lives life as a man. He wears men's clothes, dates, and is married to women.
So now we're left with the truth no one in the WNBA wants to say out loud. Caitlin Clark, who's breaking records, lifting the league's visibility, and inspiring a new generation, is being attacked, racially slurred, and shoved around while the league stays silent. Was Brittney Griner's detainment really about drugs, or was there something deeper at play? Watch her interviews, listen closely, then ask yourself, what are we really being told, and what's being hidden? With Brittney Griner's comments lighting up the internet and the spotlight turning toward identity, race, and gender, the WNBA is standing in the middle of a cultural firestorm. Caitlin Clark's rise, Angel Reese's defiance, and Griner's explosive words have left fans asking, where is this all heading?
Brittney Griner voiced frustration in a recent interview, claiming that Caitlin Clark is ruining what used to make the WNBA great.
Brittney was male and therefore being topless on the platform was totally fine. It did not constitute as nudity. Now, some people may speculate, okay, well, is Brittney trans?
You know, was it the real reason why she got detained and arrested? Because Russia definitely is not alphabet mafia friendly at all. And I'm not saying that she deserves to be arrested for that, but it makes me wonder if that was the real reason and they found out that she was actually a man, a biological man.
The amount of people in yellow 22 apparel is stunning.
Drop your thoughts in the comments. Is Brittney Griner really who they say she is? And don't forget to subscribe if you're ready for more stories they don't want you to hear.